and welcome to day 3 of the
country show.
Now, as you can see, we're starting the day in the bar because we think we deserved it.
100% we deserve it. It's been an amazing 2 days. What do you think, Justin?
It has been a fantastic 2 days.
And I hope you lot have enjoyed it yourself as well.
So we're going to start the day off with a
cider. Bartender.
Bartender. I'll have a nice fruity cider. What are you going to have, sir?
Thatchers.
Thatchers. He loves a Thatchers.
Oh, I love a Thatchers.
Now, this whole 3 days has been in aid of
NHS charities and Wellchild.
So, as you see or have seen in the links below, there is a link for those 2 charities on our Just Giving page that we've set up. So, if you can do so, please put in a donation. Now, again, hope you've enjoyed the last 2 days, and we hope you enjoy today. So, without any further ado,
we're going to drink this, then we're going to go see some stuff.
Here we are on day 3 of our county show. So now we are at the JCB stand with RSM Beers and Simon again. So here we have, first of all, we have a bendy TM telehandler. So here we are in the cab of the TM, and Simon is going to tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, so here we are in the TM320S. Obviously the 2 models of TM320. There's a 320 and a 320S. This one's equipped, being an S, equipped with 145 horsepower with the JCB EcoMax engine. EcoMax being that max torque is approximately 1300 RPM. Obviously all inbuilt in-house, the engine, the transmission, the driveline, axles, so a proper British machine. Maximum height of this would be 5.2 metres, 3.2 tonne lift. Yeah, a well-spec machine, this one. Reverse cameras, LED lights, all options, 500 tyres, yeah, all the toys really.
So how high will this machine lift?
This machine will lift to a maximum height of 5.2 metres. Also, something else on this is we do articulate, but we also oscillate in the middle. So our front wheels move differently to the back wheels, giving us maximum contact all the time.
We obviously couldn't go to the JCB stand without obviously looking and going through a fast track 4220.
Here we are with the Fast Track 4220. As you guys probably seen, following the hay team, you probably know a little bit about these already. Obviously these machines are suiting them guys because they're so versatile, the productivity is right. Obviously we've got hydro, pneumatic, self-leveling suspension, outboard disc brakes all the way around. These Fast Tracks are powered by a Sisu engine coupled together with the AGCO 2-speed CVT transmission. We can get this in a 4190, 4220 and a 4160. Also the big one would be an 8330, which is now has the double acting suspension front and back, which we didn't have before. So we'll perform like this tractor in the field, which has been proven now. You know, we've had great success with this tractor. Really shaking off them fast track worries, but it's absolutely been fantastic. This Fast Track 4220 here would be equipped with Field Pro Pack. So we've got LED lights, a fridge, leather seats, would be GPS ready, and that would take Trimble, or optionally we can now make them agri ready, which could take your John Deere Green Star.
So thank you to Simon and RSM Beers and JCB for showing us around. Again, the link to their website will be in the description below. So please go and look up RSM Beers. Again, thank you very much to RSM Beers. Right, so thank you to JCB. Now we got a surprise for you. Now let's go see what Liam at Case Farms is up to.
Thank you to Adam. You join me in the West Midlands area of the country show. And I'm here in amongst this herd of Frisian dairy cows. So I'm going to be showing all you guys how we get this from these. Delicious. So here we are now in the milking parlour, and this is where the magic happens. So let's get some milk. Oh wait, we're missing something. Let's rectify that one. And there we are. We've got the cows in now. So now we can start getting some milk. So there's a few processes that go into actually getting the milk off the cows. So it's not just a simple case of sticking the cluster on and getting the milk. There's a little bit of preparation that goes in before. So to start with, we go on with our pre-dip. So this is a pre and post dip, and it's iodine based. Now we buy this in a concentrate, which we mix at a rate of 4:1. And basically what this does, well, what we do is we spray it on the cow's teats before we milk them. And what it basically does is it loosens any muck and debris that is on the teats, but not only that, it also kills all of the bacteria that is sat on the cow's teats. Now what you've got to do is apply the teat dip and then leave it on for around about 15 to 30 seconds. So what I usually do is loose the cows in. Once they come in, go along spraying them, come back. After I've done that, it's usually been 15 to 30 seconds. So we'll spray these with the teat dip first. So now we've got the teat dip on the cows, we're going to grab our dry wipes. Now these are a paper towel. We prefer to use a paper towel because they're fully biodegradable and also they do a good job. Then you get a lot less rubbish. So now what I've got to do is go along wiping all of the cow's teats. Now this is removing all of the iodine products off of there, but also any rubbish, muck, debris that is also on the cow's teats. So it's basically removing any bacteria and any rubbish that is on here. So that's step 2. So as you'll see from the wipe there, the cow's teats look extremely clean, especially this time of year. They're a lot cleaner in the summer than they are in the winter. They look very clean, but there is still muck and rubbish on there that you have to scrape off. So, next step is to give them a bit of food. Nice as a protein nut. It basically helps to maintain the cow's condition. It's also used to basically get them to produce a little bit more milk. And you don't need quite so much in the summer as you do in the winter because there's a lot more protein in the grass. Once we've done that, time to put the unit on. So there is all the units placed now onto the cows. So just have a quick look. So as you'll see now, all of the milk is coming down from the cow's bags into the bowl. Basically, on its journey, it leaves here, down the tube, into the big metal tube here, then into the milk vessel. And once that fills up to a certain level, the pump under that blue drum there kicks in and fires it up that tube and then into the bulk tank in the dairy. So whilst some cows are in there milking, I thought I'd take this opportunity just to mention a little bit about animal welfare. So to start with, we make sure these cows have always got food. At the moment they're running behind an electric fence grazing out in the field, but we still make sure that they have enough food to feed them every day. They also have a supply of fresh, clean drinking water. During the winter we house these cows inside. Our cows graze for as many months outside as they possibly can. Once it gets too wet, we bring them in. Their welfare is more important. They would not be as well looked after if we kept them out. So we bring them in and we give them comfortable bedding and areas to eat, drink and sleep. We also have a routine foot trimmer comes to our farm. He comes once every 2 to 3 months and basically treats any lame cows we have, any cows that are showing signs of feet trouble, but also trimming any cows that just need their feet doing as a routine. Our cows are fed a dairy nut in the milking parlour, and that dairy nut consists of minerals and vitamins that the cows need to maintain good health. Now we have to pay a little bit more for these, but they're better looked after for doing that. And last thing that I can think of the top of my head at the moment is the cow's health in general. So if we have a cow that shows any signs of to maintain good health, now we have to pay a little bit more for these, but they're better looked after for doing that. And last thing that I can think of the top of my head at the moment is the cow's health in general. So if we have a cow that shows any signs of illness or troubles, then we will either treat that problem ourselves with the right antibiotics and medical treatment, or if it's not in our capabilities to do so, we get a vet to come out to farm and make sure that that cow recovers and gets the treatment that she needs. So we'll get back in the parlour and finish this bit of a segment. So now the cows have been in here for roughly 4 to 5 minutes, and I'll just flip the camera. You can see there's no longer milk coming down into the clusters. So I'll go down this side now. Some of the cows may not have quite finished yet. I'll just take off what has finished and then we'll show the next process after the milk has come out of the cows. Simple with these, you literally just clip the clips up and then hang them up on something. Some of these have got hooks, others have still got the old clips. So now we have taken all of the units off this side, there's one last thing that we need to do with these cows before we loose them out. And I kind of find this one of the most crucial things with cows and keeping them in good health. And that's to go along again with our dip. Now what this does afterwards is it protects the cows from contracting any infections in the teat canal. Basically when a cow is milked, the teat canal, which is where the milk comes through, stays open for around about 20 minutes. And what they're susceptible to, if you don't treat these, is because the teat canal's open, if one of these cows goes out into the field now and lies in a spot where there's quite a lot of bacteria, that bacteria can get in through that canal and into the udder, causing infections, usually mastitis. So what I do is literally just go along, making sure each teat has been covered. Once that's done, we loose the cows out and they're done. So we're going to have this side spraying them on. And that is it. So now we replicate. These cows here are now milked. Oh, and there you go. That is how we get this from these. So I'd like to thank you all for watching this milking demonstration. Hope you're all having a great day. Now back to you just down south.
We're back over here. This is day 2 and we're back on the Vincent's tractor stand with Dave, who is going to show us around this Vicon continuous round Baler.
Something's gonna bring the change, journeys we are meant to take.
Hello, my name is David Stanbury. I'm employed by Vincent Tractors as a sales representative. Just here to give you a brief introduction into the Vicon non-stop baler wrapper, fast baler. This is a revelation setting new standards for baler and wrapping, resulting in less stress to the driver and an improved operator efficiency. Fully automatic operation, continuous animated real-time display on the Telus Pro 12-inch touchscreen located in the cab. This also gives isomatch eye view of the wrapping unit on the back, resulting in a completely relaxed driver. It's a fully automated system, requires no input from the driver apart from initial settings.
So Dave, what's the size specifications of this baler?
This concept is in actual fact, dimensions are actually, the overall width is 2.76 metres, depending on tyre fitment, and the overall length with the wrapper unit on the back folded up in the transport position is 5.85 metres. This machine gives a saving between 15 and 18 seconds on every bale produced. That results in a typical, say, 300 bale a day, saving about an hour and a half's driving time. Input from 1000 RPM to a very heavy duty gearbox mounted in, as you can see, a very robust framework. Intake of the crop is taken in by the 2.2 metre extra wide pickup, and this incorporates 5 time bars with 2 outer bearings and 2 inner support bearings. It's got a dual cam track, one other side, with dual chain drive to those. Overall width of 2.2 metres. With this internal drive system, this allows the pickup to still operate at the maximum width. Crop is then fed into the main chamber via the feed rotor, an 800mm diameter feed rotor with 25 hard docks sprung loaded blades. These can be sectioned in groups of 6, 12, 13 or 25 blades. Underneath the chopping rotor is the drop floor that is incorporated into both main chambers.
If we just have a look in the pickup, guys, that is a pretty angry looking baler in there. That is a very, very big feed unit.
From the feed rotor, crop is deflected by these 2 deflector plates initially to the pre-chamber, which forms 2/3 of the bale. Once that's complete, deflector plates then direct the crop through to the main chamber. Simultaneously, the preformed bale is transferred to the main chamber. Once the main chamber has reached full density, the deflector plates then divert back to the pre-chamber, starting the next bale. At this point, the net is applied to the main chamber, to the fully formed bale, then the tail part opens and gently the bale rolls off by gravity onto the turntable. As the bale drops onto the turntable, the table then raises to allow the twin satellite vertical wrapping unit to rotate up to 50 RPM. This is a leading operation in its class. Once the bale is fully wrapped, the table then lowers down and the rear roller opens up to allow the bale to drop a gentle action onto the ground without rotation.
So we've just opened up this beast of a baler, and the first 2 things I've seen is 1, a ladder for arms in the wrong place, ladder for accessibility to the top, and 2, the second thing that looks like a ladder. But Dave, what does it do?
Right. This cradle acts actually as a storage for the roller net. As you can see, the net unit, the binding unit itself, is at the top of the front end of the main chamber. So you need to get the net to the top. Right. This to actually load the cradle, your net row slides onto here, locks up into that position. Now, on the front here we've got an accumulator which is pre-charged from the hydraulic system. All we have to do then is move a lever across. And hydraulic pressure then will raise the cradle to its loaded position.
Check that out. Now, something I'm just going to mention, if any of you haven't noticed, is that just happened without a tractor on.
Yeah.
So
that's all working off accumulator pressure held within that bottle. And then the driver can access it by climbing the ladder, sliding the roller net across onto the net unit, job done.
that's a very easy way to load net into a baler when the net wrap is in the middle of the baler, because we all know on all conventional balers or other normal spec balers, which are, you know, supposed to be continuous but not full continuous, is the net goes in the front.
The machine will store up to 10 rolls of film, 2 on the pre-stretchers, 3 on this side and another 5 on the opposite side. The net storage of 2, 1 on the machine and 1 on the cradle. As you see on the side here, we have 1.25 inch heavy duty drive chains to all the rollers, and onto the main rotor on the opposite side we have 1.25 duplex chain, all automatically lubricated from the automatic oiler on the side here, with individual adjustable outlets depending on length the chain is feeding. All the rollers are equipped with 50mm ball race bearings, and they all have double ball race bearings on the drive side. These are all automatically greased from the auto grease unit located on the front. Easy to access to load with grease, and there's the reservoir for the oil for the chain loop.
Dave, concluding this awesome look around this Vicon round baler.
Yep, the main points are this baler comes with 3 rolls of net as a promotion, and it also comes with 3 years warranty. The other main feature of this concept is with a double compression of the bale, it gives a far superior bale. Also the wrapper unit on the back is one of the highest speed units in the market at the present time.
Well, that, guys, I'm sure we'll all agree was an awesome tour of this Vicon continuous baler. So this baler, you can keep going, you don't have to stop, go all day. Again, thank you very, very much, Dave, for giving us this tour of this baler. That is absolutely phenomenal, especially in the times that we're all going through right now. Other things for you guys to think about: if you're interested in this baler, especially if you're down here in the south, get hold of Vincent Tractors. You know, they'll do a great deal, I'm sure, Dave.
This is a demo unit ready to go.
This is a demo unit ready to go. Can they keep the sticker?
If they buy that baler, yes.
If you buy that baler, you can keep the sticker on the side as well.
Yeah.
But thank you so much, Dave, for showing us around, and thank you very, very much for Vincent Tractors for having us here for you guys to have a show this year. And after seeing this awesome Vicon baler, we've got a special guest for you guys to see. So over to Andy from It's a Farming Life, he's got a great big green and yellow monster for us to see.
Okay, thank you, Justin. It's really great to be at the show today. It's just myself and Eric here at the farm today, and we are going to show you this T670i John Deere combine. We use this combine to harvest around 500 hectares of arable cereal crops in a summer, and I'm going to show you, I'll start with the key points, interesting key points of the machine, and then if we get time I'll show you how the machine harvests the crop. Okay, so starting up on top of the machine with the engine, it's a 9 litre 6-cylinder 392 horsepower engine with a 40 horsepower boost when you put the unloading spout into gear. So this is the 11,000 litre grain tank where the grain is stored on the machine before it's then unloaded out into a grain trailer. I would say 11,000 litres is probably about 7 to 8 tonnes of wheat. So we have a John Deere 630 X header that goes on the front of the combine. It is 9 metres wide and has a hydraulic extending bed in the bottom of the header, which extends out I think to 1.2 or 1.3 metres for cutting tall crops like oilseed rape. The machine has a 800 litre diesel tank for long days of harvesting. We've got 800 Michelins on the front and 620s on the back. So the unloading spout will unload at 115 litres per second. Okay, so we'll have a quick little look in the cab. We've got a joystick here for all our header controls and unloading spout there. It's also transmission control, forward, reverse, hydrostatic, forward, reverse there, 40k It will do 40 kilometers an hour on the road, so quite a quick road speed for a combine. And then we move on to the 2630 John Deere 2630 touchscreen display, which will control from everything from our GPS auto track to our separator settings for the actual combine. We also have this pillar display on the side here. It's got fuel and AdBlue, engine power, engine RPMs, and some header settings down the bottom here. In this cab we have climate control, because obviously in the summer it gets very hot, and if it didn't have climate control it would be like sitting in a greenhouse, with really good air vents to keep me cool. We've got Bluetooth stereo and electric mirrors, electric mirrors. We've also got this window in the back of the cab that I can see through into the grain tank, just so that you can keep an eye on the grain sample, make sure you've not got too much rubbish in the grain, bits of straw and stuff. So yeah. Okay, so now we're going to have a quick look at how the machine harvests the crop from front to back. So it's obviously starting with the header. The first point of contact is this reciprocating knife that shifts from side to side, chopping the straw stubble, and then this reel, the black reel here, is then rotating and pulls the crop with these fingers into the header, and then that auger then gets hold of the crop, which is rotating, spiraling, pulling the crop into the center of the header all the way along. And then you can see in here there's some retractable fingers that then pull the crop and push it out the back of the header. So next the crop comes out the back of the header and then goes into this feeder house trunk. So inside the feeder house is these feeder house bars, and they're on a chain which obviously all rotates, and so the crop gets sucked in here and then pulled up the bottom of the feeder house. So when the crop gets to the top of the feeder house, it's then met by the drum and concave. You can see the drum there, you can see the rasp bars on the drum, and now I'll come around here and show you the concave. So this is where most of the separation will take place. If I put you in here, you can see the concave. So that's where a lot of the grain will drop down through this concave and onto these augers, and then onto the pre-sieve. So then the straw will go up over top into this over top beater, and then it will come into this T-series rotor. So this is like a secondary thrashing here. So basically this is obviously spinning as well at 950 RPM. It gives the crop a secondary thrashing to get more of the grain out of the straw. So when the crop comes off the back of the T-series rotor, it goes into the bottom of here. This is the straw walkers. There's 6 straw walkers. You can't quite see the T-series rotor, but it's all the way down there. Basically these straw walkers are on a cam, and they also reciprocate, which then moves. It's basically shaking the straw at the same time, moving it up this way, shaking any last bits of grain that were hung up in the straw, and then the grain drops down onto the sieves. So then the straw comes out the back of these straw walkers and down into the straw chopper. But you can also, that board there can switch forward to put it into rowing up position. So this is one of the sieves that goes in the back of the combine to separate the trash from the grain. It's actually in the process of a winter service at the moment, so the sieves are out. Well, 4 of the 5 sieves are out. There's 2 top sieves and 2 bottom sieves and a pre-sieve. Oh, you can't really see very well in there, but that's where the sieves go in there. Basically grain drops down through the sieves, and any trash comes over the back of the sieves here, and then it's dropped into these trash fans, trash spreaders. This is how we switch the straw from rowing up to chopping. Switch that over like that, and now the straw will just drop straight down here in a row. One last quick thing is that when the clean grain drops out the bottom of the sieves, basically it comes along this auger here and then up this clean grain elevator all the way to the top, and then it then goes into the grain tank. Okay, well, thank you very much for watching. Hope you found that interesting. I'll pass you back to Justin now down south, and yeah, have a good day.
Hello and welcome to the show. Here we have Polaris to look around. Hope you guys enjoy this. Andy, thank you very much for that tour that you just saw. Awesome bit of machinery. Now, without any further ado, Dave, would you like to take us around this Polaris?
Yes. Hi guys, Polaris Ranger Diesel, simply the best side-by-side on the market. The most powerful, the fastest side-by-side in its class. Let's have a step round to the back. Towage around the back, capable of pulling 1134 kilos. So one hand opens the back, and then one hand releases the box. Also available with electric tip with a button in the cab. As we lift the box, we can see a 3-cylinder Kubota engine giving you 200-hour service interval. We can also see the upgraded chassis from this angle, and that's giving us a ride height of 33 centimeters. As we come round to the cab, we can see this one's fitted with what we call Cab Kit 1. So Cab Kit 1 gives you hard doors with crank handle windows and a flip out windscreen, which we'll have a look at in a minute. Just like a Gove.
You heard it here first.
So from this angle, we can already see that the passenger seat is folded up. So that'll leave room for the dogs or a toolbox that you don't want to lift into the back, and that's giving you plenty of room there now. Folds down, which gives you a 3-seater, all with proper seat belts. We did mention the tip out windscreen, so that's ideal for your gamekeepers who like to do a bit of hunting out the front window. So as you can see, windows with a fresh air. So is a gear stick, so we got park, reverse, neutral, low and high on the stick. Here we got a handbrake, and here we have the 4-wheel drive. So we have 1-wheel drive, 2-wheel drive and 4-wheel drive on this button. Here we have the ADC, active descent control. So this one will take you down over a hill without running away safely. Right.
Plenty of storage.
Electric power steering, EBS, electric braking system, and ADC, active descent control.
And any of you guys that haven't spotted anything yet, if you young farmers look like a beer, there are drinks holders all over this thing. I think there's enough for at least 12 cans without having to be in a box.
As you can see, we've had a new upgrade on the tyres as well, giving us a bigger, chunkier Maxxis tyres.
So one other thing, guys, I do believe this Polaris does 40 miles an hour.
40 mile an hour, fastest diesel on the market.
So fastest diesel on the market. Think about the possibility, and you've only got to go to a red tank, if you know what I mean. Anyway, huge thank you again for Wilcox's down here in Devon and Dave Connerbeer.
Thank you very much.
Guys, I'll leave things in the description below if any of you have any inquiries on the Polaris, so you'll be able to find their website easily in the listing below. Awesome being at Wilcox's. And yes, I've gone and got myself an ice cream. What show would be a show without having ice cream? Now I'm going to race back over and go and see something else big at Class. Well, after a nice ice cream, I've now popped here back to Class and Hambley's to see this absolute beast with Tom and this Class Torian.
Torian 1812. This is the second biggest class Torian that we do. This loading shovel is fitted out with a 16-foot folding fork. There's plenty of capacity to push away there. This loading shovel is 195 horsepower, so quite low horsepower for the size, but there's a lot of torque there. It's a Liebherr engine in it, and this comes with a 234 litre per minute hydraulic pump. This one is a C-Matic, so it's a variable gearbox, max road speed of 40k, and let's move around to the back.
Now I've not been up on a pit before, but class have turned this into a bit of a beast by adding basically what looks like a shark's fin in an exhaust, but it does look awesome. But Tom's going to demonstrate the engine hood. One might say that's pretty smooth.
Yeah, easy access platform here to the air filter, and obviously with grass as dry as it is this year, you want to blow it out regularly. This is the 195 horsepower engine. With the fork on, this machine is weighing in about 60 kilos short of 20 tonnes, so plenty of weight for consolidation on the pit there. Here we have the controls of the shovel. So you've got the one joystick here, forward and reverse on the back, third service on the front, and then you've got here downshift for when you're going up the pit. You want to drop a gear just to give you a bit more power to go up over. Move across the controls here, we've got a reversing camera here, obviously a big old machine, you want to see what's behind you. And then you've got your operator comfort control, aircon, and then here's all your dials to show you engine performance, temperatures.
Here on the other post, guys, is a few manual controls, Tom.
Yeah, here we've got the things, we've got boom suspension. Here we have the buttons so you control return to dig, so you can bring it back down to a predetermined set level. So if you're on a pit, you're coming back down, you can have it so when you press a button, it'll come back down to where you've preset it. Auto lube, free settings there to control it. Boom suspension, park and brake, and wheel slip control, so you can have it on limited wheel slip or maximum, so you get maximum power to go up over the pit.
Thank you very, very much, Tom, for showing us around this big class Torian, and also Hamblies for having us. For you guys watching, if you're interested in this machine, go to the link below. Thank you very much again, guys, for having us here at this year's show. Hello, my little stumpy friend.
Hello, big guy.
He's full of compliments. Have you had a good day at the show?
Brilliant day. Absolutely amazing day. You?
Yeah, awesome. Seen some great things. Hope you guys have enjoyed this too. Have you had a good show?
The show has been amazing, but I must admit, these little legs, they have had enough of walking.
He's got to walk 3 times further than anyone else.
Yes, I have.
So, you guys, leave a comment below if you've got something funny to say. Now, we deserve a stiff drink, don't we?
That's what she said.
Oldest jokes are the best. So, in our bar, we don't have glasses, so we just got bottles. I'm going rum.
I'm going absinthe. I think I've been stitched up here. Saved by the phone.
All of you, be safe with your drinking. Don't drink all this at once.
Hello?
Now, someone's being rude and go on the phone.
Yeah, is that him from 18 TV?
Now, some huge thank yous from us.
Yeah, we drive fence all the time.
Over the last 3 days, we'd like to thank all the companies that have helped us do this. We'd also like to thank
the 1050?
all the people that have put their time in to help us with this.
Cheers.
And a massive thank you to all the YouTubers. Off this day that you've seen, I'd like to say a massive thank you to Andy at It's Farming Life for me. Another big thank you to Liam at Case Farms. Massive thank you to all the reps that helped and came and explained, demoed and showed us around their machines. Huge thank you to you guys.
Hello.
All the YouTubers that have helped us in it from this episode or from this day's show. Andy is Farming Life for me.
Yeah, brilliant.
Liam from It's Case Farms.
Cheers. Bye.
Are any of these phone calls important?
Yeah.
What's it about?
Just stuff.
Okay. And another thank you to...
Hello?
Guys, links to them all down below.
I'm filming.
Can you get off your phone?
I don't want tea.
Get off your phone.
I've got to go. Bye.
So, thank you for all the other guys. Thank you to Farmer P. Thank you to Joanna and her father at Dale Farm. And thank you for Nick at Nick's Farm. Also, as you all know, this has all been done for 2 charities, Wellchild and NHS. 2 links for our Just Giving page are down below.
I would like to thank all the companies and all the YouTubers, and please, if you can, please subscribe to them. And please, I know it's tough times, if you can donate, that would be amazing.
On behalf of the pair of us, if you could share this content for more people to have a country show this year, that'd be fantastic. But without any further ado, thank you all for watching our 3-day show. This is best we could do for 2020. This is our 2023-day show. Thank you all for watching.
And as you can see, there has been no expense spared.
But I'm sure you're fed up with watching us, and we're going to get on it at the bar.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Cheers.